All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to more of the student loan craziness. Oh, this is a great motivation for those that owe student loan, like myself, to keep paying them. Hopefully, get rid of them, get rid of all debt to make sure we can just have a better life and get ready for the future. We're gonna keep reacting to a lot of these people, mostly females, by the way, mostly females. Jump in.
Of student loan debt, but it's not $138,000. You know what it is? He has 21 separate loans. And so I've kind of listed them out and what balance I owe on, what we owe on each of them. And I want to tack them from the highest interest rate down. So the highest interest rate is 7.21%. It's like criminal for an 18-year-old to be able to take out a loan, and you can never wipe it away. It's ridiculous, but whatever. We're gonna pay it off. It doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter what choices were made before we met. I love that he has an education. I love that he's smart. So it doesn't matter. We're gonna pay it off. So the very first balance that I want to tackle is the current balance due is $8,696. So that's going to be our new target. I'm going to update the bio to say, this loan is the one we're tackling first. What is the amount out of that of this 178? So one thing I've learned is that if you have a problem, just break it into smaller problems so that it's easier to solve. But yeah, we're going to get through this.
I agree with putting a cap on student loans because medical school is way too expensive. That's not how this works. The cost of medical school is not going to go down just because they put a cap on student loans. You know what's going to happen? Medical students aren't going to be able to take out student loans in order to go to medical school. We're going to have way less doctors because people aren't going to medical school because they can't afford it. And that's going to lead to a rise in the physician shortage that we already have. Entertain you guys' silly thought process for 5 quick seconds. Say, sure, it might lead to a decrease in the cost of medical school. When? Oh, zoom out. Look at the big picture. When? At these effects that are...
When they're not selling, when people are not buying their courses, or when people are not buying their courses, when people are not enrolling to their courses, when people are not graduating for college, yeah, it means that we need to start, firing some people and just cutting some fat and decreasing prices just to be afloat. That's when it's going to happen.
Going into play in 2026, medical schools are going to say, oh, let's drop the cost. No, that's not going to happen.
Oh, no.
The thing is, the people that can't afford to go to medical school, and I know there are people who go to medical school with zero debt because their parents can afford to pay for it. Those people will be front and center to go to medical school, while people like myself who can't afford it and who had to take out loans will be left behind trying to figure out how to make this work. Be enough people that are going to be discouraged and won't be able to go. You guys are silly. You guys make excuses for every single thing. This is a stupid bill. Let's be honest. Let's be clear. It's dumb. Whoever came up with this has no sense.
They really know how to just ruin your day. The U.S. government hates everybody here. Y'all, as of May 5th, they're taking 15% of your wages towards student loans.
Wow.
Y'all, I've been ignoring student loans since I've been in school. If y'all know how much I owe in student loan, y'all would think I went to school to be a lawyer. And it's a degree that wasn't even providing me a decent lifestyle. I was just living off vibes. So you mean to tell me I went to school and y'all lied to me? Y'all wanted me to go out there and do triple the work to get a degree. Y'all, I owe so much money. I'm in Texas, so we don't have state tax. 15%. Hell, you might as well go ahead and add 5 more. Add 10. Because that's the state tax. I cannot believe this. I just had to pull over, y'all. My head started throbbing. I'm about to get a headache. They're doing this in a couple of weeks, y'all. I gotta go do deferment. I gotta go do something, y'all. We can't get away from this. People are even already saying that their credit score has dropped from a 700 something to a 500 something. Oh my gosh, my credit score. 15%, whether you have it or not, as of May 5th. So long as you have money in your bank account, they are taking it. In fact, financial aid just called me the other day and I hung up on them. Not in the mood, don't have it. I'm living off life. I'm vibing. This man really said, you know what? Let's make the rich richer. Let's make the others poor.
Oh, they cannot even admit that they made a mistake. That's a problem in itself. It's okay admitting that you made a mistake, guys. So we don't have to just pretend here that we make mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. You can say, you know what, I made a mistake. I took a student loan. That's it. Keep moving forward. But people like this not admitting that they did in fact made a mistake, it doesn't help.
It's gonna hit the right audience, to be honest, but it's worth a shot. Hi guys, my name is Molly Chappelle. Know me as Molly Volley, especially on this account. My lovely followers, today I'm going to be talking about Sallie Mae because I have a little predicament. I'm a first generation college student and no one warned me about them. So I have the exact number. I have $11,138 in debt with Sallie Mae. Now this is from 4 semesters in college, but it is not great. And I know that it wasn't great in the first place because the interest rates were so high, but they're the only one that approved my loan because I don't have a cosign. So if anyone could help me out, truly, honestly, would be lovely. My comments are open, but here's what I do know. I do know that literally hundreds and thousands of people are in debt with them, and they hate them because of their interest rates and because their refinancing options are so low. And I'm so glad that I learned about this before I got into the 50s, the $100,000. There's people that have gotten their BFAs and they're $186,000 in the hole with Sallie Mae. Everyone keeps saying refinance, refinance, refinance. Refinancing with Sallie Mae without declaring bankruptcy is like next to impossible, I've heard. So like, what do I do?
If you have student debt and you're struggling on paying your monthly dues, call your loan servicer. I called my loan servicer last week and told them that I wanted to put this money the next couple of months toward my wedding. I don't want to put it toward my student loans. And he was so helpful. He had me just go on AidVantage and apply for a forbearance, which means you want to put a pause on your payments for however long. So if you need to do it for 6 months, 2 months, 1 month, a year, apply for a forbearance. So I got approved for my forbearance, but then after that he was like, well, do you have an income? And I said, no, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So he told me to go apply for an IDR, which is an income-driven repayment plan. And it brought my monthly payment down to $0 until 7/10/2026. So if you're struggling, reach out to your loan servicer because I didn't expect this much help.
But then you, of course, you have to make sure that you pay it back, right? Make sure you get your stuff together because the mission is that we all pay this money back. Listen, guys, this is gonna really help us out in the long run. It's gonna help us out. I know it's kind of sounds kind of weird. In the long run, it's gonna help us out. Let's just have a very, a more, I would say, optimistic approach to this. This is for us to make sure we have a better country at the end. I think that some folks are struggling. I understand, and if you're struggling, call the loan provider and make sure they can give you a forbearance or so on and so forth. But yeah, man, people are just walking here with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, man. Damn. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I will see you on the next one.